Alright guys, it is the evening of our last night on St. Maarten, and we're going to Carnival.
Which we have never been to before.
Yep.
I hear it's craziness.
We have never been to Carnival in St. Maarten. It was always like a week after we left, so this is going to be our first time ever going to Carnival. Or what did they call it? Jump?
Jump.
Something like that.
I think I missed that.
So we're going over to the festival grounds. They called it that something else too. Anyway, we're heading over and we're going to take you along for the party. Here we go. Well, we made it to where the crowds are gathering.
Right. But we're not exactly sure what we're supposed to be doing, or where people are going, where to go. There's a lot of people around this traffic circle back here that I think this is a parade route, so we're just trying to find our way around and see what there is to see. I mean, supposedly there are food vendors in the festival ground and all kinds of vendors of other local crafts and things, so I don't know. It's our first chance to experience it. So. And we're gonna take you guys with us so that we'll do all of the wrong things so we can tell you the right things.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's going the opposite way from us, but I don't know. We'll see. There is a obvious festival grounds up ahead here. The village, I think, is what they call it. That's
yes, the village. Oh, was that
the Carnival
you were looking
Village.
for?
Yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
I'm sorry. That is the one word I remembered.
Yeah, so let me show you what that looks like. Oh yeah, this is it. Doesn't look like anything's happening yet, but everybody's set up. They're cooking food. Smells good. Looks like it's going to be where the party's at tonight. All right. Lots of smoke. Tons of barbecue pits out here.
This is actually perfect timing because it's really before it gets busy.
Yeah. This is festival grounds. I've heard the people have their favorite booth to go to eat. They got face painting over here. They
Big stage.
Juice drinks. Lots of kids blowing bubbles. I guess they're gonna have music later on, or at some point during the carnival. There's nothing but smoke everywhere.
Smoke and bubbles.
Lots of good smelling food though.
Now there's the after party at the Hennessy Boss.
Ah, there we go. So each one of these booths have a number. We've been told before that most people have their favorite booth and they can normally tell you the number of it, but we're just kind of winging it. I guess you could text Jack, our friend and taxi driver, and see which booth.
He never answered that one time. I don't know if he texts.
You may have to call him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But we're just going to wander around and see what smells the best, I guess, and decide what we're going to do for dinner.
Lots going on right now.
Everything I see looks pretty good, though. So, and it all smells good.
Yeah.
guess we're here a little bit early. Some of these booths haven't even opened their doors yet, but then again, this lasts for a few weeks.
If you take a look over there, right? You gonna show them over there? All right. There's nothing better than the smell of grilled meat or smoked meat. Oh my God, it's lovely.
Yeah, and the spices they use are just phenomenal. You don't need any barbecue sauce or anything.
No, you do not. You eat it straight. We came here because Corey wanted his Diet Coke, and he wasn't able to get it. So some tears were shed, but he got over it. He had to choose a Coors Light, which we don't tell people about that usually because he makes craft beer. But all in all, out of the choices, that's what he chose. Me.
Hey, what happens in the islands stays in the islands, all right? There's very little craft beer here. So most of the time I'm drinking Carib.
I'm drinking Carib with him, but I decided to go with Bailey's, one of my favorites, over ice, and I'm surprised that they gave me a full cup, but it's delicious. Cheers. We didn't do our cheers.
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 Okay, so we ordered 6 barbecue wings, and we started digging in too fast before we showed you guys.
So good.
So good. The guy offered us barbecue sauce, and it's like, no, probably don't need any barbecue sauce. Barbecue here is just so tasty.
I think he appreciated that too.
But this is, I don't know what booth number this is, but it's the one with all the Coca-Cola stuff. So,
yeah.
And that's our first stop for a few wings, and they're whole wings, not just drums or flats. So, looking good.
I'm gonna eat this big piece right here. It's juicy. I don't know what they use on top. Crispy, so good.
Yeah, the spices they use, whatever it is, it's subtle, but it's just so tasty. All right, so we got a rack of ribs and 2 Johnny cakes. $12. Ready to hit it?
I think so.
All right.
Oh, honey.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Come on, what do you leave up there?
Got my change.
I don't know what that flavor is on these.
Excellent. Very good.
Delicious.
Love it.
I don't know what that flavor is.
What it is that they put on the ribs, I don't know. But
There might be a little brown sugar.
oh my God. Whatever they dry rub these ribs with, marinate them in, I don't know, magic spice. I think I've said it before, but it is just so tasty.
They really are.
I eat more ribs than anything else on this island.
And wings.
Ribs and wings, yeah.
They know how to do it.
They do. Right. Johnny cake. It's basically just a little flour cake that's fried up. About the flavor of a biscuit, but of course it's deep fried, so deep fry anything tastes good. A little something to go with your meal. Look at that rib. I gotta find out
that they put on these things because they're all just so good. Every place I've had ribs on St. Maarten, they're just spectacular. And there's no barbecue sauce, just a dry rub. These are not all off the bone. Real, if you've ever watched any kind of pitmasters, barbecue shows or whatever, they tell you you don't want falling off the bones ribs because those have been boiled or, you know, something like that, because a well-cooked rib, you should be able to bite and see your bite marks on it, but the meat just separates easily. And now that is a perfectly cooked rib, and it is super tasty. Amazing, the ribs here. I just can't say enough about them.
Oh my God! Like, just smoking bubbles. Awesome.
What's your favorite part of this?
The bubbles and the smoking bubbles. I love it. It's awesome.
Smoking bubbles.
Let me tell you what, like, I would be out there with the guns playing with the bubbles with all of the kids. I love it. So enjoying it very much. Oh my God, it smells so good.
That clears things out really quick.
I was gonna make a picture of you.
What's that?
I was gonna make a picture of you.
Yeah, he's been a good helper. He's learning how to use the camera.
Nice. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Later. Here, look. I'm gonna make a picture of you. Tristan, come!
Thank you. Hope you had fun. We gotta go. Alright, so we're kind of old farts, and it's 7:45 and we just kind of gave up.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in there, lots of kids having fun.
Yeah.
You probably saw this little guy hijacked my camera for a little while.
Yeah.
And
Had the
he was
best
having
time.
all kinds of fun with my little pocket cam.
His friend came up and was like, "What are you doing?"
And so they started filming each other, and
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a lot of fun in there. lots of good food. I mean, there was probably 80 different food stalls. People selling the little bubble guns that the kids were having a blast with.
I was having a blast with that.
I'm sure there's going to be more stuff going on later.
Is that Jack?
Yeah, I think so.